I don't normally talk about this kind of stuff because that's not what my channel is about. It's about video games, and I try to keep it that way. However, on rare occasions, sometimes a case would be so disturbing that even I have to talk about it. And what recently happened in Ohio is definitely one of those cases. Okay, so I'm pretty sure most of you have heard the story by now, but if you haven't, apparently some assholes in Canada decided to play a prank on two people in Ohio. Basically, what happened was the prankster called this old man and sent him all kind of threats, saying things like, I'm gonna kill you and your whole family unless you give in to my ransom demands, and that I'm gonna send somebody over to your house to collect the ransom. I mean, I don't know the full story of that. At the same time, he calls a woman from the Uber services to have her pick up a package at this old man's house. So she goes to his house thinking that she's there to pick up a package. And then she gets greeted by this crazy old man who's clearly having a mental breakdown moment, which is no excuse for what happens. Let me just make that perfectly clear. He confronts her at point blank with a gun. She's backing off with her hands up, screaming for her life, pleading for help, screaming, "Somebody help me, help me." And then the whole thing was caught on camera, by the way. And then you hear gunshots, and she's screaming. And then it's horrible. Watching that, I almost completely broke down because this is just a sweet, innocent, elderly lady just doing her job, and then she suddenly gets confronted by this crazy old man coming out here with a gun. She has absolutely no idea what's going on, and I just imagine all the thoughts that's going on through her head right now, and then she gets gunned down. Now, I don't care what kind of mental breakdown you are currently experiencing or whatever the fuck happened here. You cannot tell me that you looked at this woman who's limping as she's walking, because she was 61, so, so she's elderly. You can't tell me that you looked at this woman and saw her as a threat. For starters, at any time you could have called the police and have them come out there and sort this out. But for whatever reason, you decided to go out there and confront this elderly woman with your gun. She's backing up with her hands up. She's completely defenseless. She's pleading for her life, screaming for help. And you are chasing her down with this gun pointing at her. She tries to get in her car. She tries to get away. And you shoot her 3 times and you kill her. You cannot tell me that this man thought his life was in danger. That he thought his family's lives were in danger. I don't know exactly what was going on in this man's head, but it was not self-defense. This could have easily been avoided by calling the police, but he decided to take the law into his own hands, and because he made that rational decision, this innocent, defenseless, elderly woman who's lived a great life is now dead. I'm not gonna post a link to the video because, like I said, it's horrible to watch. I almost broke down watching this thing, and you can't escape it because it's all over the internet. It's all over the news. So I'm just doing my part to share this information because this shit has got to stop. Obviously, there's going to be some protesting riots for obvious reasons. I'm not sure if this was him acting out of hate because he did have legit reasons to be fearful at first. But once he saw this elderly woman, this defenseless elderly woman coming to his house, limping and fleeing from him, the moment he pulled that gun out, he should have knew instantly that something isn't right. He is 81 years old. He has lived a long life, so he is not stupid. He should have known at that moment that something just wasn't right, and he should have put the fucking gun down. But he decided to chase her down and gun. Okay, so this is that's nothing. He can't claim self-defense. He can't claim that he thought his life was in danger because she's backing away from you and you come out of your house and you are chasing her down. It would be a different story if she was approaching you with malicious intent, but that's not what's going on here. She is trying to get in her car. She's trying to get the fuck out of there, and you are chasing her down, making sure that she doesn't escape, and then you kill her. And when this case eventually goes to trial, because you know it will, I don't care how good the defense is, this man should spend the rest of his life in jail. And as for the people who made that prank call, if you happen to be watching this, I hope the FBI catches you, because you need to rot in jail too. Actually, you need to get the death penalty, because this shit has got to stop. This is not a joke. It's not a game. These are people's lives you are playing with here. And an example needs to be set so that the next person who tries to do this might think twice. So a lot of people are asking me how come I don't do a lot of co-ops, how come I don't interact with people online. This is why. Because the internet is a scary place, man. You never know what somebody's planning. Somebody might pull a prank on you just because they think it's funny or they don't like you for whatever reason. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to put this word out. But again, I'm pretty sure you all already know about this. But it's really a sad, tragic, and horrible case. I pray for the victims' families. But again, I'm tired of the thoughts and prayers. This shit has got to stop. We need harsher punishments for people who commit these type of crimes, so that it will hopefully deter the next person from even considering trying something this fucking stupid. So the justice system needs to lock this man up, and they need to go out of their way and do whatever it takes to find the person who made this prank call, and they need to lock his ass up too for the rest of his life.